What's the longest time you've done? In what sense, mate? In one term? Well, I went into custody on the 18th, the 20th of May, 2004, and I got out of custody on 21st of June, 2016. So I went into custody for my longest sentence at the age of 24 and got out at the age of 36. 12 years in total off an 18-year sentence. So the longest sentence I've got is an 18-year sentence under the old law. And I could have got parole at 9 years, I could have got parole at 10 years, and I could have got parole at 11 years. Although I went through my prison, broke a jaw here, I was still like a enhanced prisoner. Got about 15 adjudications in 12 years, well 9 years. I had one offence for violence, which was breaking a jaw on some kid from Milton Keynes. Done everything right, met every sentence plan target, jumped through every hole, never once went on protection, always stood my ground, always backed the Scousers up that were with me. And Manx. Doesn't matter where you're from, I'll back you up with any one of you were with me. And then they wouldn't give me my parole at 9 years, they never give me it at 10 years, they never give me it at 11 years. And then I got out on my 12th year. There's loads of well-known people in prison. Someone's just asked the question, ever in jail with anyone that was well-known? There's loads of well-known people in prison, and they're all on the same pedestal. They're all in the same position. They might have more wealth outside and a bit more notoriety, but they're all on a landing with no hope of getting bail, the certified ones. I'm talking 30 recommendations, 35 recommendations, 38 recommendations, 42 recommendations. Then you've got some of the boys who are sitting there with 21 recommendations, 19 recommendations. Doesn't sound much, does it? Until you've done jail. Yeah, that's not long enough until you've done jail. Now listen, if you're, say you're 27 and you're doing what you do, you're earning a little bit of dough by whatever means, all of a sudden someone's encroaching on your turf. You didn't want to get into this turf war, but you've got to because you're used to making certain dough. Now these rats are pinching your dough, so now you're embroiled in a turf war. Don't forget you're only 27, you're leading an half decent life because you've got the dough, everything's sweet. All of a sudden you're in a turf war. Someone lets shots off you, you retaliate. One of your shots hits them, he dies. You get found guilty and given a 30 rec. You're 26, mate. You're not going to get considered for parole until you're 56. The conditions you're going to be in for them 30 years, you're lucky if you get past there without pissing in a bed. Fact. Trust me, bro. And that's why now, in most prisons, the way they've got protection wings, the way they've got drug-free wings, the way they've got all this mad, they're now making purpose-built pensioner wings. Waterproof mattresses, all this mad. But even if you're 16, mate, the same goes with your 16, lad, and you're getting embroiled. You know, you 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18, you're more at risk than the older ones, because you're the ones that are being preyed upon to be used to participate in this type of activity. So you've got more risk than the elders, because the elders, not all of them, some of them are preying on yous to mine them firearms, to go and let shots off here, to go and do this. You're doing it because you've been highly influenced over a couple of years. You know, some of you are dependent on the elders in the group to survive, to get money, to be with the clique, to get the whatever. You need to be careful, because letting someone use you in that sort of way, letting someone manipulate you just so you're still getting the money, that money will never make up for a 16 wreck. That money is manipulating you with, or encouraging you to act the way you are and paying you. It'll never make up a loss of 20 years, trust me, mate. You might get away with it for so long, and then one incident, bang, you're gone. 20 years, done. Forget your bird. If you've got kids, don't forget them, but they'll probably forget you. Do you understand what I'm saying? The mum's not going to stand still. Her life goes on. Another man will pop up. That's what happens, lad. That's how it works. You need to understand. Choosing a life, not a knife, and the benefits of it. And you won't hear it through words, mate. Honest to God. Not many people will preach that, but they still participate in it. You can't be a hypocrite. Not being a hypocrite is very important to criminals. Do you understand what I'm saying? And when it backfires on them, it hurts them more than anything. You know, double standard words. Hypocrites. But it is simple maths, isn't it? Simple maths. I've always had this idea of when you use a knife to stab someone to death, might have been an accident. You mightn't have meant to stab him. It's irrelevant. The fact that you have left your address with a bladed article indicates that you have had an intention to use that offensive weapon if needed to do so. That's what's important in that murder case. It's not if you meant at the time. The fact is you've pulled it out and it's happened. You lifed off. Now, if you're 16 years of age, what the judges normally do in this country will give you 18 years prison. If you're 19 or say you're 21 for a knife murder, you'd normally get a 23. You know, close to how long you've been living. It's mad, isn't it? That's just my point. That's what I've observed over the couple of decades of being in the system. Hey, Manchester. Question. What if you're getting jumped by two lads who have blades? Self-defense. What can you do? You've got to protect yourself from death. If you've got three lads jumping on you with a blade and you grab one off them and use it back, you're sweet. You can run. But sometimes when you get attacked, it's out the blue, you haven't got a chance to run. Then it's about life or death situation, isn't it? It's a different, completely different dynamics. Completely set of different dynamics, mate. If someone's approaching you and they've got knives, the best thing for you to do is turn around. Don't think you're being, don't think it's a weakness. Refer to it as living to fight another day. Do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't make you weak because you're back out of a fight when there's three kids with blades. You're not weak. You're using your brain, you're being intelligent about the situation. You wouldn't run at three cars, would you? If three cars were coming down your street, would you run at them? Would you stand there and have it with the car? Why? Because you're then dead. Simple as that, isn't it? Simple maths, isn't it? Right. So what's the difference if you've got three dickheads with a machete each coming at you? Would you stand in front of it? No. Why? Because you'd end up dead, wouldn't you? Right? So it doesn't make you weak if you're going, you know what? This, I'm gone. It makes you clever. Makes you stronger in a way. Trust me, live to fight another day. Give you time to think. Choose a life, not a knife. All the time. Just them little moments of turmoil, your emotions are going erratic. You start to think nasty things, revenge, retaliation, assault, violence, aggression. Just calm yourself down. Michelle McCready. Even when you're on your period, Michelle McCready, and you're losing it with your fella because you haven't had no sexual encounters for such a long time, keep yourself composed. Take a few seconds, girl. Don't scream like that raging bull you normally are in the kitchen, smashing plates, throwing cups off walls. Relax, girl. Relax. Do the world a good. Well, if you're in menopause, God bless your soul, and let's hope God blesses your fella. Nipples by your ankles, hips by your arse cheeks, elbows on your wrists, walking around your kitchen like goth. I can't breathe today. Craving a bifter. Smoking pure bifters while you're knocking cheese on toast on for the kids. What's the one on your cheese, kids? You smashing the cheese on toast out with your elbows by your wrists, getting covered in sauce as you're trying to cut the sandwich in half.